Hello everyone, welcome back to some more PowerWash Simulator. So today I've decided that we're going to start the Warhammer 40k DLC. I kind of looked up the DLCs very briefly, and I see that this one is broadly considered the worst of the batch. So I figure, hey, let's just get this one over with, and we'll see how it is. We'll make up our mind for ourselves. All right. Blessing of the Machine Rite Initiated. Induction. Tech Priest. I am your superior, Magos Pertinax Pius. It is to be your sacred duty to cleanse the Imperium's illustrious machines, to appease their machine spirit and remove any lingering befoulments. To this end, you are to be stationed at Forge Temple 48759, under the supervision of Engine Seer Tyros 656, and allocated an Mark II, an MK2 Aqua Santica Arquebus. Wait, how do you spell that? Arquebus? Yeah, Arquebus. Order. Your first assignment. A mighty Ultramarines Land Raider of the Adeptus Astartes awaits your attention. Whilst I remain skeptical that a relative novice such as yourself should perform rites on such a venerable vehicle, I am reminded of the words of Archimagos Falconellus. The iron once forged becomes the sword. Let us hope that this applies to you. Okay, I know very little about Warhammer 40k. I've only played one Warhammer 40k game ever. But first, let's read some text. Ooh, we've got a gun sprayer. Hell yeah. Okay, this is kind of cute. Ooh, I like this. This looks cool as hell. So the only Warhammer 40k game I've ever played was Warhammer End Times Vermintide. Actually, I think I might trigger Warhammer fans if I say that, because I don't think that's Warhammer 40k. I think it's Warhammer End Times. I think it's like I think there's like different subsettings, I believe. I don't know much about Warhammer. I've always been kind of interested because I hear it has like crazy dark lore. I was excited when, you know, they announced that there was going to be a Warhammer show at one point. Man, this level is fun just for the parkour. But my only problem with Warhammer is that I just don't really play strategy games. So most of the games don't really apply to me. But I have heard Space Marine's awesome. I do want to play that, and I bought Bolt Gun in the DLC, I believe. So I'm definitely gonna play Bolt Gun, and I've bought like Vermintide and Vermintide 2 for probably like freaking 5 people, maybe more. So I definitely want to play those. Okay, let's start cleaning this outer track armor. Intel subdivision of the vehicle schematic has been sent to your optic systems. I've heard that these levels are way longer. And that seems to be the consensus of why people don't like them as much. Work systematically through localized contaminants. I have a feeling these are going to be super technical levels, too. Proposition. An analysis of detritus may provide vital data on adversarial capabilities. All dirt compositions will be screened and logged. Yeah, it is interesting looking at the perception of the DLCs online, and it's funny because most of the DLCs have lower ratings than the rest of the game because people are like, oh, they're overpriced for like how fast they are. And then this one, the complaint is it's just too long. So this one seems to have like the opposite complaint of the other DLCs. But from what I've seen, I think this one has like a 41% positive rating on Steam, so a pretty low rating. But I don't necessarily know how much that has to do with the content or how much that has to do with the price. The reality is, listen, I bought them all. I'm not concerned about the price anymore. It's already been done. So that's not really a consideration for myself, and I am just hoping I enjoy it. I'm not actually really gonna be... My opinion is not gonna be swayed by the reviews, only my play order. I definitely do want to look up more of the Warhammer kind of setting and see which games would be fun for me to play based on my, like, taste in gaming. Because I know, like, from what I know, the vast majority of the games are things like, you know, Total War Warhammer, which serves no interest for me based on my gaming taste. I know that there's just, broadly speaking, a ton of those strategy games. I think Blood Bowl is a Warhammer spin-off, which also doesn't serve any real interest for my taste. But I have been planning to play Bolt Gun for a long time, and as well as Vermintide for sure. I played a bit of Vermintide off stream in the past, and I freaking love that game. I legitimately like that game a lot more than I like Left 4 Dead. I've never played Vermintide 2, although I do own it. Although I think a lot of people that I have in my community, like I think Cinny's played Vermintide 2. I think like maybe Chucky and Galaxy, I'm pretty sure they have. Okay. The hatch is a separate thing. Okay, so I think some of this stuff is just going to be awkward to clean. Like, super awkward. How do I get the angle on this? Oh, wait, where even is it? Well, you know what? Maybe I should just get something... Are you the step stool? Okay, listen. Regardless of what people think about this, the aesthetic is fucking top tier. This shit is super cool. I wonder if all the levels are in this room or something. Or if there's different... Because this is just such a massive room. Yeah, Bolt Gun looks interesting because it looks like a weird mix. Oh. Between... Jump! Between, like, arena shooter and kind of traditional boomer shooter. So I think... The reality is I love boomer shooters. I'm not the biggest fan of arena shooters. Like, I like boomer shooters a lot for the exploration. I don't love them so much for ones that just kind of, like, trap you in an area and make you fight hordes of guys. Guidance, complete your work, Tech Priest. Okay, I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it. I need... Oh my god, I keep falling. Holy shit, I've missed a ton of stuff. No residue from the redacted profane of redacted, identity unconfirmed, can be allowed to linger on the Ultramarines Land Raider. So I presume we are the bad guys? I don't know. I say the bad guys. I'm sure there's a lot of different types of bad guys in Warhammer. But I don't know much about it. I know that there's like, what is it? Like there's Space Marines, which I think is what I am, right? There's like, I know Skaven, obviously, because of End Times. Is there something called like Tau in that? And fucking like the Chaos something? Chaos, I don't know. I don't freaking know. Man, this, yeah, I think this is just gonna be super technical. So I imagine we're just gonna have a lot of getting stuck looking like levels that shouldn't take too long, that do take a long time just because there's so many little kind of nooks and crevices that stuff is, you know, has some dirt in it. But I mean, I predicted that all along. I think oh my god. Let's swap to stubby gun for a second so I can actually aim down. I think I said that from the beginning, that I suspected that Final Fantasy VII and Warhammer especially would be crazy in terms of detail. Yeah, I'm still missing a lot in here. Even though I've like aimed at them, it's hard getting everything. I'm definitely going to use the glow button a lot in this DLC for sure. I actually don't know how many levels are in the DLC either. Originally, my plan tonight was to do Back to the Future, because I've never seen the Back to the Future movies, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll get the one out of the way that I've never seen. Although maybe, oh god, I wonder if I should just watch Back to the Future before. I don't know. I know it's like one of like a super iconic movie. Oh, we got one gun. You know what I would actually be really tempted to do now that I think about it? I might watch some Warhammer lore videos to like go to sleep to that. Because I find it good to like sleep to things that I'm interested in, but not like super invested in, where it will like keep me up. Like the thing I've been going to sleep to a lot lately is a YouTube channel called Comic Pop. That is really interesting. Very, very good channel. But they basically kind of like summarize, you know, different comic book storylines like Marvel, DC, and, you know, some other ones too. And I used to be into comics when I was a kid, but I really don't follow comics anymore. So it's a thing where I never read any DC in my life. So I had like no knowledge about any of the DC characters, and I used to like really follow Spider-Man like when I was a kid. So I do have an interest in it, but not a real like dedicated interest. So it's kind of the perfect level of like, you know, interesting for me to learn about, but not so much that I'll be like unable to peel myself away. And then when I'm like going on I've been going on like long ass walks. Oh my god, this is tough to clean. I've been going on long ass walks, and I've been listening to things that I'm like more invested in on those walks. So I've been listening to like lots of fucking politics on the walks or shit like that that I really want to be informed on. And that's kind of been my go-to. Walking, listening to like politics, but when I, you know, run out of like the politics videos I'm interested in, then I'll like listen to some comic pop on the walks or music. But yeah, I have a feeling I could really get into the Warhammer lore. I'm really curious about it. Bam. God, this is... I wonder if I should just like say fuck this for now. Oh my god. And move on to the other side. Oh, there we go. There's one. Outer track armor. Oh, is this also outer track armor? It is. Okay. Should I go extra long? I like how it's like, this fucking thing looks like a super soaker. It's the most super soaker-ass gun. Isn't an arquebus like a super old, like, pre-rifle? Like a, not like a musket, I don't know, but like an old-ass gun with no rifling that shoot... Did they, like, shoot, like, fucking round balls or something? I don't know. I remember the word arquebus, like, from learning early, like, pre-Canadian history. Like, like fucking 7 Years' War or some shit. Okay. How do I actually want to handle this? Is this still outer track armor? This is up here too. Okay. That changes some things. Yeah, it's funny. There is such a weird line with it. By the way, I haven't weighed in on this DLC at all yet. I'm not gonna wade in on it for probably a few levels. It is interesting though that it. I think there's like an interesting line with kind of what people like in these games, where, you know, you want it to feel like it's like there's enough time in it where it justifies the purchase, but you don't want it to feel like filler. And so I could imagine that maybe some of the complaints are like you're just spending a ridiculous amount of time because like of all the detail. Like the big complaint I saw repeated a lot was like people were like they really should have let you use the trident on this. But I can't wade in on that yet. But just graphically, it looks freaking great so far. Looks really cool. Beautiful. Is this outer track here too? It is not. Oh, this is though. Okay, down we go. Let's get a long guy, I guess. Is this outer track? It is. That's inner track, though. Okay, that makes sense. Is the inside of this a thing? Oh my god. So we're not beeping yet. So the question is what I'm missing on the outer track. What am I missing on the outer track? Huh. Probably some stuff here. Yikes. Ugh. Come on. Jump! That's the track. I see some stuff there. That's awkward to reach. What? Oh, I'm probably missing stuff here. Oh, that's inner track. Dang, where is it? That's outer track. Oh, I see, I see. Let's go short. There we go. That's big. Okay. Shall I go for this side now? Protocol. To augment ritual fervor, a brief account of the Land Raiders' recent deployment will be forthcoming. Yeah, it's like these little gear things are like tedious to clean, I would say. The one thing I would say about this game in general, I do have one complaint about this game. And that would be that I really feel like every unlocked gun you get, they should let you use in free play. I'm not saying, I think in this mode, they should force you to use this gun. But if you go back and free play them, I think they should let you use anything. And I'm unsure why they wouldn't. Like, because the thing is, it's not like this is like a hardcore game. Like, I feel like for career mode or whatever, like the first playthrough, or for challenge mode, you should use what they force you to use. But this is a game that's built to, like, chill on. It's not a game that's built to, like, you know, stress out about. And one of the things about the, like, financial unlocks in this game is, like, you're aiming for these big purchases, and then by the time you afford the Trident, it's like, okay, well, now none of the levels anymore, you can use Trident unless you replay old levels. Like, it feels like they should, I don't know. I feel like for free play, they should just, like, let you play with the tools that you've unlocked. Like, it would be cool to use this gun on, like, the fucking, you know, cleaning a doghouse or whatever. Like, just, like, you know, let us use it around. They have stats. What I've seen broadly for these DLC is it seems like the best ones, from what I've seen, pretty consistently. It seems like pretty consistently the one that's considered the best is the Alice in Wonderland, which is really cool because that's the one I expected to be the best. And it seems like a lot of people say Shrek is really good. So I'll probably leave those ones for a little bit later. I'll leave those as things for us to look forward to down the road. I'm personally just looking forward to Final Fantasy, even though that one is considered one of the worst ones from what I've seen. I just love Final Fantasy, so I'm sure that one will hit a little bit better for me than some other things, just because I have the attachment to the series anyways. So it's kind of made for me. Okay. Anything up there? Okay. Bam. Should I switch to a different and I'll stick with this one for now. We're at 52%. I know that the rest of this is going to take a long time, just because it's so detailed. It's interesting because this is, like, clearly such a small vehicle in certain... I mean, it's obviously a fucking massive vehicle. But what I mean is, like, vehicles just inherently are smaller levels. But this one just feels so dense. From what I've seen so far, though, I wouldn't say that this is any worse. I would just say, like... I have a feeling I'm going to personally like it less, and I'm going to say that I understand why people would like it less. But the reality with this game is a lot of the level design isn't just it's fundamentally subjective, as any taste is. But I think that people play this game for different reasons, and personally, I think the more detailed something is, I personally think that it can get less satisfying at a certain point. When it's, like, super detailed, it kind of loses that, like, feeling of just... You know, like, one of my favorite levels is the skate park, and the skate park is such a, like, low detail... Like, it's such a flat surface level, right? Or even the subway station. Like, something about just cleaning a huge amount of dirt really quickly. And so that's just something that personally appeals to me, but that's clearly very subjective. And I could see people that, if people were into the really, like, nitty-gritty, like, getting in there and fucking, like, you know, trying to find this, you know, these little nooks and stuff like that, like, if people enjoy that aspect and they find it the kind of, like, surgical cleaning in this, then I feel like this would probably be one of the most popular set of levels for those people. So I'm guessing... is largely just a matter of taste with regards to what people find satisfying. So I'm guessing a big reason why, like, SpongeBob or Shrek seem so popular is they're fundamentally very simple because they're, like, you know, very cartoony or whatever. I'm guessing... Oh, data recording pilot. I'm guessing Wallace and Gromit will be the same, I presume. but I'm not sure because it's so new. I haven't really seen a lot of the reception of that one. Mission debrief. On our way to reinforce the fleet Secundus, we were diverted to a distress signal from the planet. Withheld strategic Estimare B785. My god. Imperial forces stationed there claimed that they had detected the presence of an restricted artifact H-class before encountering the redacted heretical. Bam. The value of a redacted classified item could be of extreme significance. The one thing I do get, though, from reading this is I now am pretty sure that abiotic factor, the enemies in that, I bet you are drawn from Warhammer. I never caught that because I have been so unfamiliar with Warhammer, but playing this, it feels like reading the computer logs of the... what were they even called? I don't remember, but I guess the thing is that the enemies in Abiotic Factor, they have that kind of, like, sci-fi Roman thing, which seems like that's what they have going on here. So I guess that's another big influence on Abiotic Factor that I never picked up on until now. Here we go. This shit, man. Let me clean you. Do I need a long guy? Okay, let me point in. Okay, hopefully that angle's a little bit better. What the fuck, man? There we go, there's one. Wait, did I get these cannons? I did. Need the armor. I'll probably need to get on top for that. Some of this stuff is rough to clean. There we go. I feel like I need my... This looks super cool. I feel like I need my step stool. Yeah, I saw one of the reviews was like, the last level took me 3 weeks to complete, or something. So, we'll see when we get there. Okay. Oh. Oh, what did I just... Was it that? It was. There's one here, too. Beautiful. Let's climb up. Beautiful. Let's go, I meant to go stubby, actually. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh, I got it. Hell yeah. Outer track armor. Am I missing anything here? I am. And here too. And here too. Oh god, all this shit. Let's try this. Right, the armor hatch is its own thing. Beautiful. Back armor. Let's go. Okay, short. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Jump. Dang it. Jump. Okay. Is this... I cleaned this on the other side, right? Yeah. Okay. I really should look to see if there's any other kind of more action-y Warhammer games, other than the ones I've listed, plus Darktide. By the way, Vermintide, just so you know, like there was a list of maybe like 20 games or something that were games I wanted to stream the most when I started stream. Like I had a few games that were games that I always planned on playing when I streamed, and they were like top of my list of things I wanted to do. And some of them I still haven't played, like Psychonauts or whatever. And one of them was Vermintide. Vermintide has been on the top of my list of things I do plan to do at some point when I get to it, when the mood is right. PT full, let's turn around. Let's jump over here. Oh, I was about to... Okay, so I think we've done both of the outer, like, thirds, or quarters. That's good. I almost fell off. Let's get underneath. And aim up. I think I saw some dirt up in that joint. Okay, so those are done. We're at 74% done. That is promising. I wonder if I should be going stubby gun. Oh, that's all one unit. Do I need to hit underneath here? I think I do. Yikes. Some of this stuff is awkward to get an angle on. There we go. We get it. I almost fell. Cupola hatch? So, oh, is that like where people pop out of? Hunter killer missile launcher. Okay. Bam. Okay, this is gonna be so awkward to clean. Do I need to go long guy? Is that better? Probably. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Hell yes. Okay, is that this whole area? Brent armor. We'll get that after. Man, can you imagine, like, having one of the, like, figurines for this and fucking painting this shit. God, and this is like... This has got to be like one of the more expensive hobbies. I remember hearing streamer Burke Black. And I know he had a bunch of Warhammer. And I remember him hearing he had it in like in one of those like storage containers. And someone robbed it. And he said they stole $20,000 worth of Warhammer. I believe it was. I believe. Okay, engine grill. Data recording pilot. Arriving on withheld strategic Istamare B785. We found ourselves overrun by redacted heretical. These feel like the literally least useful like project updates. However, we were close enough to detect the presence of the restricted artifact H class. Fortunately, those before us were wise enough to encase it with an restricted technology, X402. Can you imagine reading like a bedtime story to your child and you fucking are redacting it like this shit? It was clear we must return in greater numbers before the restricted artifact H class is damaged or lost to the redacted heretical. Okay. So... the lore is what? We went to a place and there's enemies there. And debrief complete. Thank you for that info. And there's some artifact and like forbidden technology or some shit that we need to get away from the guys that are the enemies of us. I guess. Okay, I might... Is stubby gun better for this? Maybe. Actually, this seems fine. Nice. Okay, I'll deal with that after. Hey, how's it going? My day's going pretty well. How's yours? Excellent. Is this insignia a separate thing to clean? Wait, pick up place. Oh, that's going to be the scaffolding. There we go. Bam. I almost ran off the ledge. There we go. Cleaned the pedestal underneath. Yeah, I wonder how many levels are going to be in this zone. Because if it's just this, that is a huge... I feel like there's no way it's just this. This feels like a huge, like, really complicated zone for such a small vehicle. Oh, nice. Okay, is that everything up here? Anything else on the top? Okay, I think it's time for us to do like the treads, the face of it. Let's swap over to a big boy. Here, let's do this. I might need to climb up to clean in there a bit. I'm guessing I need to go on angles to clean this. Is there a bunch of stuff there? There is. Maybe I don't want to go super long. Oh, nice. Okay. Presume that's nice and clean on this side. Is that good? Pretty good. Let's get the top. Maybe the underside if it needs it. Okay. Now let's really quickly work on this, and then I will adjust it back to what we were doing. Beautiful. Okay. Can I clean this hatch ramp? I'm not, I mean, depends on what it is. I feel like it's a, I mean, yeah, go for it. Like, I can, yeah, sure. Why not? Here we go. Some other angles. Wait, define help. Do you mean multiplayer, or do you mean like in words? Because I'm gonna stick single player if that's what you mean. There we go. Still need to clean stuff on the... oh, this track is going to be a nightmare. Default. Oh, yeah, no. I'm just doing a single player playthrough, but thanks for asking. Oh, the track goes underneath too, right? Oh, the track is across this whole thing. There we go. Beautiful. So I'm guessing these are the Space Marines, I presume. Yeah, sorry, I totally misinterpreted what you were saying. I thought you were saying, like, I was playing stupidly and can you give me advice or something? There we go. Beautiful. So what is your favorite of the DLCs that you played? Assault hatch. Huh. Oh. Missing some stuff in here. Nice. Okay, I probably need to crouch down to get this, maybe? Oops. Okay. What did I just see? Oh, the inner track armor. And I presume that extends to the back. Inner track armor. Nope, these are different things. What about this one? Beautiful. Is there dirt under here? Let's see. I think we're going to switch over to the long extension for now. Okay. I'll worry about that track in a little bit. You know what? I should get a better angle. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting caught on the ground. Okay, let's go short for a second, so I can aim down a little bit farther. Okay. What am I missing here? A fair bit, actually, on top. Bam. Okay, now let's try on this angle. I'm gonna switch to long again. Okay. What have I missed on this skid plate? A fair bit, actually. Looks like there's just a tiny bit underneath. Yeah, some of these, like, little nooks seem a little bit finicky. Okay. How do I want to handle this section? Okay, need to get a little bit closer, maybe. Get a little bit more power out of it. Bam. Oh, the fuel induction cover is a separate thing. I might need to get an upper angle on that too. Ooh, the Adeptus Mechanicus sigil was a totally separate thing. Hey, we're at 98% though. So we're getting there. Ooh, wait. I think the front track is probably a separate thing. Is it? Or is this all one track? Okay, that is the same thing. Let's climb up. Okay, I think I probably need to clean down here. Oh, I almost fell. Is there anything I need this upper angle for? It doesn't look like it, actually. Oh, let's go stubby. I saw some stuff in here. Come on. Oh, it didn't equip the stubby, that's why. I'm having trouble aiming and... Ooh, we got it. Dang it, I fell. Okay, step stool. We'll take you. Okay. Nice. We still have more than 3 things left to clean. There's one. Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's crouch down and clean the underside. Huh. Should I go long? I'll stick with short. I think short's probably good. Oh, missed a bunch of stuff in here. Ooh. Okay, we're finally at 3 things. So, is this the toe ring? It is. Engine armor. That's here. External monitor. I'm not sure where that is. Okay, there's one. Engine armor, I likely... Oh, I was going to say I probably need to climb for, but actually maybe not. Huh. I think I see some stuff in there. No? I'm guessing they're in these, like, little ridges here. And I probably just need an upper angle for them. Is that stuff there? It is. Jump! Okay, I think I need to climb up from the front. So the other thing I'm missing is the external monitor. Huh. Oh, I saw it for a sec. It's up here somewhere. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. Wait. Oh, it's up here. I missed some stuff from the back. I didn't realize. Nice. There's one. Yeah, this vehicle took a long time for being relatively small. And we did it. Heck yes. Land Raider job done. Beautiful time lapse. Canticle complete. Tech Priest, your efficacy in this blessed task has exceeded chronological metrics. I feel the motive force of the venerable vehicle resonate. The Omnissiah has indeed brought us a worthy adept. I shall see to it that Tyros 656 reserves only the most glorious and arduous benedictions for your attention. In the meantime, it would be prescient to reflect on the further reduction of your biologica. To increase your efficacy further, blessed be the Omnissiah. All right, that is level 1. If you guys enjoyed, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll be back next time with some more. Take care, guys. Mwah.